Hello, and welcome to a Nendoroid review for Nendoroid number 1861, Inugami Korone, from Hololive Gamers, I think, right? That's the gen that she debuted in. So that is the Japanese branch of Hololive, and she is everybody's favourite dog that lives in a bakery. I was about to say just dog VTuber, but actually there's two very notable other Hololive dog VTubers. So today we're going to take a look at her, but as is customary, we'll have a look at the box first. So there she is. As you can see, there's a ton of extras that come with her, which is really cool. Part of the reason I bought this, honestly, because I'm a sucker for little extras, because you can kind of put them with other Nendoroids, even though they don't make much sense. So we'll take a quick look at the example pictures. We've got her looking cute. We've got her holding a baguette, and I can't remember the name of the fans. I'm very sorry, I do apologise. I like Korone, but I am not a super fan, and because obviously she's a Japanese VTuber, I don't watch a ton of her streams because I don't understand Japanese. Then we've got a default look at her. We've got her, I can't remember the name of the dog either. Jesus Christ, I'm really exposing myself as a fake fan here, aren't I? And then we've got Yubi, which she's a fan of, which is fingers, obviously, because dogs like biting fingers. I think it's more of a Japanese thing than it is over here. The stereotype for dogs biting people's fingers aren't really super big here. Anyway, I'm digressing now. There she is with her fan, and there she is with the dog. So, and at the top there she is with her dog again. So, I'm going to go open it up now. We'll take a look inside, all the parts and stuff, then I'll go take some photos, and then we'll, review and stuff. That's how my reviews go. I will see you in a second. Alright, I am back, so I've opened up the package, and I've taken out the disparate parts. So it's time to take a look at what exactly comes with the Korone Nendoroid. I'm going to start with the smaller things and then work up. So we have some replacement hands. We have a very cute peace sign. This is actually kind of almost too small to actually to see, unfortunately, but she is doing the peace sign there. And we've also got, there's not really much need to look at it in depth, but we've also got this closed fist hand, which is useful for some poses, I'm sure. Then moving up to something nominally bigger, we've got a hand that's kind of open and, well, attached to an arm as well. So the hands, obviously, as with all Nendoroids, can be replaced. So you can replace this with the other two hands we just took a look at. Then we have a bent leg, which took me a little while to realise what the hell this was. I was a bit confused. I was like, why would she be stomping? But it's actually to go back to look like she's kind of running. One of the poses does have her kind of doing the cutesy thing where they kick their legs back and hold her hand out and stuff. That is another sort of open-handed one for her left arm instead of her right. Also, we get a little look at the ribbons on her arms there, which is quite nice. I'm just going to angle the camera a little bit better. There you go. Hopefully we won't get as much shadows and stuff now. So next up we do have the Yubi itself, which is her favourite thing. That is a finger. So this took me a little bit again to kind of work out where this goes, but this also quite detailed, honestly, not bad, everything there. But so this can be replaced on the hand that holds the baguette. Obviously, I'll try that in the photos, but I'm going to keep it with the baguette because I think it's kind of cuter than a finger, which is sort of weird. Yeah, again, pretty detailed. It's pretty nice looking baguette, the shading and stuff as well. It's kind of impressive for just a little extra part or whatever. So I looked this up. The best I could find, I think his name is Koromon. I think that's the name of the dog anyway. I thought this was Korone's mascot, but Korone seems to have a lot of mascots. And talking of mascots, there is also... So this is just Viewer-san, basically. This is Korone's original illustration of a viewer. He's very flat and... Oh, that was the wrong way, sorry. Very flat and stuff, but there he is. There's also the other version, which is the kind of knocked out version, or the like sad version. Obviously I'm going to keep the happy one because, focus on the happy times. And then we have 2 replacement faceplates. We have the very happy looking one there. Well, it's happy, but it's like surprised happy. It's kind of like it's a weird mix. And then we have this one, which is honestly kind of a universal plate you could use with most Nendoroids, I reckon. Just her being happy. It does have brown eyebrows, I guess, so like it might look weird with, say, a blonde Nendoroid or something, but Anyway, I'm going to go clear that now and we'll take a look at Korone in detail. Alright, here she is. So, I can't remember if this is a standard thing or not with Nendoroids now, but we have a base with a croissant on it, obviously because she lives in a bread shop, or works in a bread shop. I can't remember what the lore is exactly, but this is a lot more form-fitting than the old Nendoroid bases, which, kind of like with Pop-Up Parade, good smell, being the company for both of them, obviously, kind of, they were fine, but they were very big, whereas this is actually quite nice and compact, so really digging that. Anyway, we're going to take a look at the details now. I'm not going to zoom in too much, because I'll get pictures in a second, and Nendoroids, they are all about the details, but because they're chibi, you're not going to get as high a detail anyway. So we got her little shoes there, which is very cute. Then on up to her yellow dress and her arms. So you've seen the ribbons already and stuff. She comes with 2 just standard open hands. I'm pretty sure that is standard for most Nendoroids, really. They just come with those kind of hand things. We're moving up to her chest, which is... It's always a little bit weird to me when Nendoroids have, size accurate chests, and they didn't skimp out with Korone either. And then over to behind, we've got the hood there, so the peg connects to her back there. I'm not going to take it out just because if you've owned an Nendoroid, these can be a bit of a pain in the arse to get back in, and it's always weird. It kind of feels like you're going to snap the Nendoroid. And then, of course, up to her head, which, honestly, I'm very impressed with. So the hair sculpt, I'm always a sucker for good hair sculpts, but this is really good. They've added a lot of detail to the various strands and stuff. It doesn't just feel like one chunky piece. She does have quite a busy hair design anyway, and they've managed to replicate this. So I'm really impressed. She does have movable dog ears as well, which is very cute, as you can see. And of course she has the bone hair clip. There's nothing at the very top. Obviously there is that seam there. All Nendoroids have it because you pull off the front hair bit to change the faceplate. But yeah, overall she's very cute. I'm really digging the smaller base as well. That'll mean she'll fit in... Well, that'll mean... I think they changed it. Was it like a year or 2 ago? But that'll mean I could fit probably another 1 or 2 Nendoroids onto a shelf comfortably, just because they've cut down from the square to the smaller circle. Right, well, I'm going to go take some photos now with a variety of combinations of all her different details and stuff, and chuck it into a montage. So here are some of the ones I got. Alright, I am back. So I had a lot of fun taking photos of the various configurations you can put Korone in. I'm sure there are some I've left out, but I think I got a decently good variety. I settled on this one because I've kind of made a little bit of a diorama out of it, and I quite like that it's kind of an action pose as well. It's quite funny as well, kind of like she looks very happy to have gotten her baguette. I know technically she'd be happier with a Yubi than a baguette, but I kind of want to show her with that. I can put him on the base as well because she's like lifted a little bit, and of course Viewer-san is in the background and happy for her as well. But yeah, honestly, I'm very happy that I have the Korone Nendoroid. She was one of the first Hololive girls I like. Well, I watch clips of more than streams because obviously it's in Japanese and I don't know Japanese, so I did rely on people translating. But I love her design, I love her energy. The song Doggy God Street is genuinely like one of my, well, it's probably my favourite Hololive song. And it might be like in my top 50 of best songs ever as well. I know it's weird, but you know, I think it's a banger. But yeah, overall, this is a fantastic Nendoroid. Very cute, very happy I've got it. I didn't buy the Okayu one. I know there is an Okayu Nendoroid. It's just, I love the two together. They're very cute. I do have the pop-up parade of Korone and Okayu. But Nendoroid prices are a bit too steep for me to justify buying a VTuber that I don't particularly follow much, which is Okayu. I love her design, but, you know, I'm happy I've got the pop-up of her. But Korone, I definitely had to buy this. I mean, everybody loves Korone. If you're into VTubers, you probably love Korone. So, this is a no-brainer for me. Let me know in the comments if you guys have her, or if you have both her and Okayu. Or the other Hololive Nendoroids. Talking of that, actually, I do have a few coming up, so stay tuned for that. I won't spoil who they are, but they are English talents. So if you're looking for more GP Nendoroids, you might be disappointed. But hey, you're watching my channel, you're used to disappointment anyway. That about wraps it up. Thank you guys very much for watching. I will leave a playlist on the side for my other Nendoroid reviews. I've reviewed quite a few now. I've got like 2 shelves full. And I'll leave YouTube choose some other random video at the bottom there. And I'll let you get on with it. Thank you guys very much for watching. And until next time, goodbye.